Hello, my name is Matthias Cafodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Thunderbolts battling it out against the new Avengers. It takes place in Thunderbolts issues 13 and 14. It came out in 2005, written by Fabian Nicieza and art by Tom Grummett. And I'm just a sucker for seeing when I see two superhero teams that are going to battle it out on the cover. I have to read that issue. Very aware that there might not be the best story on the inside, but I have a soft spot for these type of issues. So what's going on? What's the context of this issue? So during this time, we're dealing with, at least for the Avengers, they had gone through the whole Avengers disassembled. Now they have the new Avengers lineup. This is the beginning of the Bendis era of the Avengers. And the government, it seems that they're not government sanctioned. The government has some distrust with this new Avengers lineup. And they actually commissioned the Thunderbolts to plant a bunch of spy cameras in the Avengers Stark Tower to keep tabs on them and what they're doing, stuff like that. So the story starts off, the Thunderbolts having to deal with Dr. Spectrum. And all the characters from the Squadron Supreme or the Squadron Sinister, sorry, I stuttered there, be like the main villains or antagonists to the Thunderbolts in this series. Because at the end of this run, we're going to have like this big climactic battle between the Grand Master, who has the Squadron Supreme working for him, and Zemo, who's using the Thunderbolts. So here they're dealing with this new Dr. Spectrum. She doesn't really know how to use her powers yet. Here we also can see Captain Marvel, by this time, changed his name to Photon, and I just love the design of his new costume. And the thing is, he's insanely powerful, and it's really funny because sometimes he sees his teammates struggling to deal with certain villains or certain situations, and he's just thinking, how can I use my insane powers? Because he can modify matter and energy and stuff like that. He's like way past Omega level. So all of a sudden the problems are resolved. He'll fight the enemies right away. He'll take his time, but the thing is, like, the teammates would look at him and say, "Hey, why did you take so long?" Or "Why couldn't you help us before?" Stuff like that. It's like a big thing with this character. So what they're going to do, the government is going to try to do, is create a distraction for the Avengers. So they go out, try to resolve a problem. They're going to send someone to infiltrate the Stark Tower, plant those cameras. So go out, think they're going to battle against the Red Ronin. Sentry's also part of this team by this time. And to their surprise, or image inducer is turned off. We have Atlas and the rest of the members of the Thunderbolts ready to take down, or at least the Avengers away from Stark Tower long enough so they can plant those cameras. So a couple of interesting matchups. First, we have Songbird going up against Captain America, and Captain America tells us, like, look, you could have become an Avenger. Why are you doing this? Spidey going up against Speed Demon, who they battled on a couple of occasions. Strong guy, listen to me. Luke Cage battles Atlas, and this really reminds me, a long time ago, both characters went by the name of Power Man, and they had a battle over who was going to be able to use that name, where Luke Cage came out on top. Radioactive Man battles Iron Man. He's a classic Iron Man villain. But the most interesting to see Captain Photon go up against Sentry. See how these two characters stack up, who are insanely powerful, both of them. This is going on. We have Joystick. She infiltrates Stark Tower, but she's the one who's going to plant those cameras, but she's met by Spider-Woman. You can count on crossing paths with. So one really cool line here where Iron Man tells Radioactive Man, it's like, man, I beat you 1,000 times. What do you think? Why do you think you're going to be able to defeat me this time? And he says, Radioactive Man tells him, now I'm working with the team. And Atlas just stomps Iron Man. And I got to tell you guys, as I mentioned in other videos, like, the whole evolution of Radioactive Man in the series is really interesting. How he starts to embrace being a hero. He starts really sort of restrained way, finding joy in being a hero. Cool thing is, we see Photon. He's able to deal and dispose of the Sentry. He also teleports Captain America away pretty quickly. Spider-Woman just beats the living crap out of Joystick. But Joystick, using those fighting sticks or batons, I don't know how to call them, she's planting those cameras left and right. So no matter if she's defeated, it just doesn't matter because she's already fulfilling her mission. The Thunderbolts are able to give the Avengers a run for their money. They have them sort of on the ropes. Photon's able to deal with Sentry to come out winning. So, like, I remember reading this and being pretty surprised. Spider-Woman beat the living crap out of Joystick, but they were successful with their mission. They were able to pull a fast one. The government was able to pull a fast one on the Avengers. And working with the government, to my surprise, I remember reading this, we had Baron Zemo. So during this whole series, Baron Zemo is like sort of being the main puppeteer behind all the situations the Thunderbolts were going through. And now you see him working with the government. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you haven't read this Thunderbolts run, go out and read it. I hope you like this video. See you guys next time. Bye.